Do the honors.
Cut it open for you.
Whoa.
And then this is like the best Christmas gift ever.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. We are standing inside of Hof Kelsten, amazing bakery lunch counter on Saint Laurent Boulevard, where Jeff Finkelstein is going to be showing us the kitchen during the Panettone craze. And something exciting about this episode is that we filmed during the summer. Jeffrey Finkelstein took me out to Moulin des Cèdres, which is an organic farm. Stick around, it's going to be magical. You are a classically trained chef. You have traveled all over Europe. You have worked with Michelin star restaurants. How does one arrive back here in Montreal running a successful bakery?
On Saint Laurent Street.
Tell me.
It was like 2009. The recession was here. So I was broke at home at my mom's house at like 30 years old. And I started making bread, and then like chefs started talking to me. They're like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm making bread, but at home, And they're like, "Oh, cool." They're like, "Are you gonna bring some for me to try?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then this is like 10 years later. Now we're like pretty established bakery. We do a lot of the breads for those restaurants, along with like a lot of the top restaurants in Montreal.
What does it take to be a great chef?
Oof. I don't know. Are you looking at me? I don't know if I consider myself a chef or what I consider myself. I mean, I'm like a baker. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. It's about putting your heart and soul into anything. And if you asked me 10 years ago if I thought I would be owning a bakery on Saint Laurent Street in Montreal, it's not where I thought I would be, and I couldn't be happier of how it turned out.
Tell me where we went a couple of months ago.
Okay, so well, it was fun that we knew we were shooting in December, but I really wanted to show you the field. We took our chance and went to go see Loic, who owns Moulin des Cèdres. He's like an idol of mine. I see this guy, he's able to keep it organic, mill it the way he wants it, and it's one of those great scenarios of people that we have in Quebec, like making a difference.
That's a field of wheat that we are ready to harvest, and a combine is going to come and pick up all those spikes here. It's going to do the same that I do with my hands here, crushing it and then blowing. And this is a wheat kernel. We bring that back to the farm to mill it and do some flour with it.
So Heidi, why I wanted to bring you here and meet Loic is I find it so cool that this is 45 minutes away from Montreal, and we take wheat like this and we turn it into, Loic turns it into flour, we turn it into bread, and people always, I think they disassociate where food comes from and think that it's bad when they don't know. It's very hard to understand that this becomes our food.
How does a Jewish-inspired bakery serving matzo ball soup, chopped liver, challah become known for its Christmas panettone?
So when I was in Spain, I saw my chef coming in at 2 a.m. I'm like, what is going on? What is this thing? And obviously he's like, oh, it's the hardest thing we do here. So he makes sure that he does everything. I'm like, no, I want in on this. And then he literally trained me on how to make these crazy cakes that need to be flipped upside down before they cool. So it's really like a light brioche dough. But we also add a topping, which is also heavier, so it really would cave in. But this actually helps stabilize it a little bit when you turn it upside down. But what's nice is that it's like 100% all natural. Like there is a lot of panettones out there. Like we like the least amount of ingredients possible in it, and they're all like fresh and natural. Starting last night till the 24th of December, we're making them every single day. It's like the whole bakery gets flipped upside down, and that's what we do just to keep up with the demand, because we want to keep it artisanal, we want to keep it small batch, we want to keep it fresh, and this is what people go wild about, and it's one of the most coveted Christmas gifts in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So we're gonna give you your first panettone tasting. What we like to do, you can hear that crunch, you can even try some. So this is the top part. I couldn't wait, so I just went for it.
I didn't think I was gonna love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing not to love. It's like so well balanced.
I would just like to say that this adventure clearly went beyond the plate, and I am super grateful for you taking your time to come and do this with me, because I know that this is the craziest part of the year for you. And I am super grateful, so thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.